Tell your neighbor, there is a price to pay. But there are benefits in every level. So build spiritually. The battles of the next level, they are not like the battle of this level. Whatever we are fighting here is not what we fought there. And even our next level, whatever we will fight is not what we are going to fight. So you must cultivate a culture of prayer. And some of these things, the demand will come because of where you are entering. So now I'm like, or I should open. Then I see a poster, Rema Feast. And the Lord tells me, you know this meeting, those men that you are with on the poster, they have been filling stadiums. That is their Sunday service. You go to Azaria, the man is filling America. He's filling the continents, UK. You look at the other one from Uganda, Grace Lubega, he's filling Bugongo Stadium until there is an overflow in the stadium. And then you think you can come in that meeting and you the tent is not full, kabisa. Men are filling stadiums. And then you tell me you will eat. Sometimes you look at food and say, no, this is the greatest enemy. Tell your neighbor the next level demands that you build spiritually. Exodus 25:40. There is a divine pattern for every building and every structure. The next point, and this is for all of you, both in business, both in the marketplace. A friend of mine got a very senior job. He could not even be paid a salary. They needed to make him a shareholder. He came and told me, Pastor, you can't believe it. One of the leading companies, I'm now a shareholder. I said, sir, don't be happy. That level requires more prayer. So the other day he called me, told me, bro, he say a prayer on the phone. Nekubaya. The whole office is ganging up against me. I said, now welcome to the new level. My friend, you have to pray. Number 2, build intellectually. Build intellectually. What do I mean? Increase in knowledge. Do I have businessmen here? If in business, lift up your hand. Nanyindo Makatel. This one I'll have to emphasize because of you. This is the greatest blunder that business people do. The first level of business is called passion. Passion. You are so passionate. You are making losses, but you're in business. And you can't close. Then now you enter the level where the business is sustaining. This level needs structures. Now you are not in passion. You now need structures. You need books. You need accounts. You need KRA. You don't need faith here. Passion and faith is in the first level. So if you're in a business and you have not registered it with the government, God will bless you according to your level. Forget government tenders. Forget serious businesses that ask for receipts. Even me, I can't give you business. Because there are people, Ken Patrick, who are in business, but they are selling goods and services, but they have not defined their structure. I remember my biological sister came and they were having a business. They told me, pray for it. When I was praying, Lord bless them, he told me, I can't. Tell them to get an account, register, and get a system of extracting tax. When they did that, Safaricom gave them a deal. Meaning that there are blessings that cannot come because you are not prepared for them. So systems are very important. I know some of you, you are the working bank. Si pesa ni zangu. Ziko hapa kwanza zinaleta joto. So umekula capital, umekula profit. You are not in warfare. Enter into structures. After structures, the next level is management. Management. This one means now, and it is in management that things either grow or they don't grow. The next level of your business is knowledge. I know you began as a Form 4 leaver. And I know you have built a business. Now you are transacting in millions. My friend, that accountant will steal from you. They will do magic on the books because you have no knowledge. Go and get a diploma of business administration and understand some business grammar. Ma accountant tunawajua. Ashataja LPO na wanaongeanga na macoded. Unajua hii CR na DR na ile LPO washaku confuse, wanauliza zangu ni ngapi, shia kwa neshikana. So in this level, you must understand the grammar of business. Tell your neighbor you must understand the grammar. You must understand the grammar of business. And that's why every businessman, there is a level you must go to school. There is a story of a basketballer called Shaquille O'Neal. He made $1 million and he blew it in 1 week. And when he went to the bank, the manager told him, you are on your way to bankruptcy. He went and did a PhD in economics. Not because he wanted a job, to understand investments. So there is a level you must enter and begin to know accounts. Begin to know. And if you don't, the moment you enter here the level of knowledge, there is another level. This is the level of external management. It's called the level of technocrats. Employ skills. Someone will come and tell you, we need to move these goods, but we need a budget of marketing of 1.4 million to do 10 billboards in this area. Because of your village mindset, you are asking 1.4 to print kitu tuweke na si ati wanunui wacha ikae. But the man understands, we will spend 1.4 and in return we'll get 10 million. So you are looking on what you are spending, but out of his expertise, he knows that if we do this, this return will come. And this is the language of professionalism, where now you step out and sit in the board as an advisor to the vision, but you allow people to put your vision and give it direction. I'm saying this, I asked the owner of Naivas, why did you sell 51% shares of Naivas? Yet you have more than 120 stores. Why did you sell? He told me, because we needed professionalism in management. Otherwise, this thing would have run it as a family. And it would have gone the task his way. But now for legacy, we have to sell 51%. So that the biggest shareholders, which is a company that is known for integrity and management, will be making decisions, and generations will eat from the business. Now someone will come and give you idea on how to grow. Nawambia kijana, hii kazi nimeifanya 25 years. Anzisha yako. And that's why you realize many of us don't break the ceiling of certain levels. Many Indians, they value skills. They know there are things they don't have, but they will pay to have what they don't have. I met a man in this land. He's a class 2 dropout, running the biggest factory. And he told me, I poached this man from J Quat. He's the one that makes animal feeds for me. He's a professor in agriculture. I poached him and I'm paying him well because I know I don't have the expertise, but I need the intellectual capacity to move my business to the next level. A friend of mine came and said, the business was audited. The value of the business by now is supposed to be 150 million, but it is at 45 million. Because he runs the business with the wife. Decisions are made in bedroom. So when the wife is mood swinging, the man bulldozes the business. Okay, nimeongea sana ma. Tu. Tell your neighbor najua biashara ni yako. But if you desire the next level, you must invest intellectually. Even me as a pastor, you guys can outgrow me. Do you know that? 5 years from now, I cannot preach how I'm preaching. I cannot be sharing the same things I'm sharing. I must grow also intellectually. I must understand where the world is going. Knowledge is important. Even the Lord said to Timothy in 2 Timothy 2:15. That's why wacha kuemploy mamorio. Mamorio hata kupeleka mahali. If someone does not value a business, please don't value them. 2 Timothy 2:15. So we must grow in knowledge. Read books. I was watching something online on the history of starters of great companies. And I learned something. Many of the starters were saying one thing. They saw an opportunity. They attempted in creativity. And whatever they brought on board was quality. And they were consistent on quality. I said, I know why many of us fail. Because for us, we see an opportunity. We see there is a market. And then we never invest in quality. One of my business mentors told me, over-deliver and the market will look for you. Under-deliver and competition will wipe you out. Because when people get an alternative, which is better than yours, this is the secret of Islam in business. This is the secret of Indians. You go to Isili today and buy an oversized suit. That man will tell you, Rudisha. And he will refund your money or even give you another suit. And if it is cheaper than what you bought, he will give you change. Go to a believer's shop. Asikia Buddha. Hizi ile nilikuzia. Si hapa tukiuza vitu awe maze hii ni Kenya mzee. Hakuna mtu tuna trust. Hapa goods one sold asiwezi enda. Alafu unamexchangeia na ile chip. Ambia sasa hata ndo zimefika. Hizi zimeland leo. Na unajua ni 2500 yalienda nayo ni because we have the nature of possession. I gave some Indians some job. I gave them and they gave me their quote, and then I gave some people and they gave me their quote. The man I gave, who is an African, I don't even know whether he's born again. He wrote a quote kwa karatasi ya hesabu. Karatasi. Quote, cable 2500 times 10. Alafu hapo equal. Sasa hii pale niliona ilikuwa na capital letter ni labor na total. Then the Indian came, accessed the work, looked at it. He gave me the quote. He gave me samples. And he told me, I'm giving you guarantee for 10 years. If anything happens, I will come and fix. Guess where I took my money? Where I get value. So huyu mtu ananiandikia quotation na karatasi yako na receipt. Okay, poleni. Today I came as a father. Somebody tell your neighbor, build intellectually. Build intellectually. Your next level will demand you to know what people know in that level. Don't be comfortable that you dropped out of Form 3 and you're proud. Nime-employ my graduate. Au ma graduate watakufanyia ile kitu. Miaka zingine 5, hiyo kazi unafanya watafanya na pesa zako. Mimi nimeenda school of street, school of hard knocks. Look how far streets go. There's a level you can't compete until there is understanding of grammar. Number three, build economically. I'm finishing. Number 3, build economically. Build economically. That means you must grow. You must grow financially. There must be investments. The higher you go, the more demand comes. Ecclesiastes 7 and verse 12. Money is a shelter. Ecclesiastes 7 and verse 12. Money and wisdom. The Bible says, for wisdom is a defense as money is a defense. Niambie ni milionea wangapi wako jela? Mmoja kwake kuligongwa, akaenda high court, amepatiwa rule haizi shikwa. Money is a defense. Not tears. Some versions say money is a shelter. That's why you need to have money. There are things we need, but their answers is in money. Bwana asifiwe. So we must build economically. We must know areas of investment. Can I give you something right now? And that's why the church has to grow. You see the Mombasa Road. They are building 6 lanes from, I think, Machakos all the way to Mombasa. The tender has already been given, I think, to America. And they are selling bonds. The cheapest bond is 3 million. Many believers cannot afford that bond. The day they will begin to repay, someone will make 18% of the 18 million. And guess, someone gave me intelligence. He told me almost 80% has been bought by our cousins. 80%. So, by the time we are paying the money as a government, someone is benefiting in the land. Other than kuekelea kwa bet, do you know there are many ways you can make money without anxiety? Game near Arsenal. Aushikiki. Unaona 89 minutes, 10,000. Unaanza kusweat. Tell your neighbor you can make money without anxiety. Genuinely. Look at the book of Proverbs 13:11. Proverbs 13:11. Ushaikana watu wana watch ball na ni kama wanacheza. Kwanza taimia pena mpaka unaona na dive. So let's look at this. Dishonest money dwindles away. But he who gathers money, how? Little by little, makes it what? Grow. That's why sometimes if you give someone 10 million, but his capacity of engagement is 1 million, they will waste 9 million until they come to their level. And this is how you make wealth. Slowly by businesses that have succeeded are businesses that moved from a kiosk, became a wholesaler, became a supermarket, and now they're becoming manufacturing. They have a journey. They have mastered a few things, and now they can grow. This overnight success is not the way of the Bible. And that's why you have overnight millionaires and overnight paupers. Number 4, as I finish, build psychologically. Your mindset should be updated just as your handset. Your mindset should be updated just as your... Every phone, when it enters a Wi-Fi area, you begin to hear update the programs. You must build psychologically. I'll give you a good example with the church so that you understand why you need to build psychologically. So we are here. This is where we began, in a place called Nasiko Chambers in town. Our bill, Stampede, was around how much? 5,000. We pay the venue 3,400. We pay keyboard 500. We pay for fans. We used to pay for fans. A fan was around 250. We pay for them. And ile siku hatuna pesa, tunalipia moja ya pasta. So our budget was 5,000. And I tell you, it was a lot of money because we didn't have that money. But now we grew that budget. We came to Kenya Cinema. Our budget moved from 5,000 to around 60,000. We need to give something for the hall. They need the water, the logistics, blah, blah, blah. It reached a point, doing a kesha, Pastor Ken Patrick, how much are we needing? 120, 150. That's one kesha. That's the money needed. Now, someone who was believing God for 5,000, if you have not developed psychologically, 150,000 is money that can make you commit suicide. So there must be a mental stature. And then we move from there, then God speaks, Life Church. Guess where we began from, Life Church? Our rent was 40,000 per month in the new field. And there is a time we could not raise that money. And I remember we did a crusade, and my spiritual father told me, you pay for the crusade, then we will refund. So I paid. Then the headquarters used to give us 40,000 every month for 6 months. The Lord knew how to sustain us. And when the budget came to an end, we came to the 40,000 we could afford. And then we moved. We moved from 40,000, the services, blah, blah, blah. I think we entered to around 100,000 with utilities. Then we came and negotiated with those guys. We need to buy this land. They told us it is 38 million. We entered into an agreement. And now they needed 650,000 every month. We came. And still we are paying other things. Now we are where? Here. They need 130 million. My friend, that is suicidal figures.